favorite questions to ask children before they get into school is, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the reason I love that question so much is because they will answer anything from a doctor to a mermaid and everything in between, and everything exists on the same playing field of possibility. And I don't know what I want to be when I grow up at my age, so I like living in a world where Batman is still a possibility. However, as we grow up, we do kind of learn that not everything is a possibility. As much as I might want to, I will probably never become Nemo. I will probably never exist in a cartoon world. However, I could become the voice of a cartoon character, or I could draw cartoon characters, or I could work on any number of films that contain cartoon characters. I could do a lot of things with cartoon characters. My dream could still come to fruition in a different way. I love dreams because they're like seeds. When we get them, they're tiny and they grow. I have a seed. This is a cilantro seed. You probably can barely see it. It is tiny. What I love about cilantro is it's one of those things that you either love or hate. It either tastes like soap to you or it is delicious, and it is all dependent on you. And no matter how good of a cilantro plant I plant and grow, it depends on you whether or not you like it. So I'm going to put this in the ground, and I'm going to bury it, and I'm going to water it, and I'm going to nurture it. And when it comes up, it's not going to look anything like what I put into the ground. And eventually, if I keep going, I might get more cilantro seeds that do look like what I put into the ground and that I can recreate. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to see a lot of things that look not like the original thing. That's great, because nobody wants to eat the seeds. They want to eat the plant. They want that on their Chipotle burritos. I wasn't supposed to mention food. I'm always hungry when I'm filming. Anyway, so dreams, they're great. They're kind of like wild things. They grab a hold of us and we have to chase them. In some respects, they're completely out of our control. That's why we're chasing them, because we're constantly trying to get a hold of them. They're made from who we are and what we are. They make our chest pound. They make our breath go quickly. But we're chasing them. We're wanting to get something that makes us come alive. And the thing that we're chasing is often wild and different than we ever expected. That's why I wanted to film this video today. The child who told me she wanted to be a hippo, that will probably change and grow and mature with her. Maybe she'll end up being a zookeeper. Maybe she'll be a real estate broker. I have no idea. What I do know is that dreams often change, and dreams end up looking different than we expected. And sometimes the truth is, with dreams, we have to let them go. That doesn't mean that dreaming isn't well worth the effort. Chasing dreams, well worth it. However, sometimes there comes a moment where you watch something fall to the ground, where you watch it seem to completely end. I want you to remember, sometimes dreams do end. Sometimes you have to find a new avenue and a new way to go. But sometimes a dream, it's nothing more than this. And when you let it go and you let it fall, you give it a chance to grow. When you don't hold on too tightly, when you don't make it all about you, when you don't clench it in your fist and try to make it everything that you want it to be, you give it a chance to grow. You give it a chance to live. And what looks like an end, what looks like death, is really life beginning. Is really that seed changing into the thing that it was meant to be. Because as long as I hold this seed in my hand, it is never going to sprout roots. It is never going to grow. It is just going to be a seed for all eternity. But if I let it go, I bury it, I nurture it, I take care of it, and I keep hope, eventually I'm going to see it sprout above the surface. Eventually I'm going to see it change. Life is a way of happening to us. Through our best efforts, when we're trying our hardest, things still happen. And in those challenging moments, when it seems like everything is coming apart at the seams and our dreams are dying, sometimes we just have to hold out hope that what's really happening is we're seeing a seed begin to transform. We're seeing life begin to change in a way that will bring out growth eventually, in a way that we will see life come. We have to hope for the future. We have to keep chasing that wild dream. Sometimes you have to let things go in order to give them a season to grow. One of my favorite poets, Maya Angelou, said, "Love liberates. Love doesn't bind." You've heard it before. If you love something, set it free. We know these truths. We know that sometimes the best thing to do is take our hands off of a situation and step back. In those moments that we have to do that, it is so deeply hard because we want to hold on to them. We want to make them what we want them to be. But we can't. Some things have to fall to the ground. Some things have to have their chance to put down roots and to sprout and to become different than the thing that we put into the ground to begin with. I know firsthand that those seasons can be hard and heartbreaking and feel like absolute death. But when you start to see those little sprouts popping up, it's so worth it. When you start to see that life start to grow, you'll know you did the right thing. More than likely, none of my kids will ever grow up to be Captain America, but many of them might grow up to be some form of a superhero who does amazing things. Some of them might even have a shield of some kind. You never know. But the beauty of dreams is how wild they are. Sometimes you just have to fall in love with the process and the journey. Sometimes you have to stand back and be amazed at how things come out. If you'll just keep on keeping on. If you'll just keep on pushing and keep trying. It's amazing when you turn a corner and you realize you've suddenly gotten to a place that you've been trying to get to for so long. I'm not today the person that I thought I would be, and life certainly hasn't gone the way I'd hoped it would. But you know what? Sometimes I'm thankful for that. Sometimes the blessings that I've received, they shock me. They humble me. They make me a better person because I wasn't looking for them. I didn't expect them. In fact, in some instances, I'd completely given up on them. I didn't think they would ever come my way again. The thing about dreams is they never truly die, as long as you stick with it. They might grow and change, and they might look completely different than what you expected. But if you will hang in there, you will eventually see life. And life is amazingly beautiful if you're looking the right direction. Hang in there, friends, and always chase your dreams.